What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. This is, of course, our D&D 5th edition campaign. And I'm joined by almost the full cast and crew. Velree had to dip out. She's a little under the weather. But we still have the rest of the party here. Are we to the point where we don't need to do, like, super in-depth introductions anymore? So
No, I don't know. Are we?
I don't know. We've been doing this a while. We've been doing this like a year. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
So, we got Trist, Moog, Zune, and Rogar.
10-foot reach, damn it.
10-foot reach, everybody's shit. I don't know. We'll see if you guys want to do it next time. I want to get it. I'm excited to delve in. So,
you just do the recap.
I'm ready to go.
You do the recap.
So last we left off, the crew had found themselves finally, after slaying Morculus, the Death Tyrant, and exploring a little bit of his lair after surviving the eldritch blood horrors that were contained within these odd cylinders that Morculus was doing experiments with. Tristan Varel uncovering some of the notes with some very, very good rolls, I might add. There were 3 natural 20s rolled by one Tristan Varel, who was infamous for his natural 1s. So this was, I don't know, the universe balancing itself, maybe. And we're able to crack the code on the Eldritch Abominations, like it would be the equivalent of like writing something in code. Trist was able to crack it. He was able to read it. He was able to glean some information. While it will take time to process the full tome of all the information he had uncovered, you did discover that Morculus was experimenting, and it looked like he was looking to ally himself with some other entities out there. There was mentions of the key in the gate that Trist knows as Yogg-Sothoth, as well as something known as the Crawling Chaos, in addition to a couple other loose terms. And there was talks of an alliance being had if Morculus could figure out how to take a vessel to the far. Who knows what he was doing and where that could be. But regardless, though, Trist did use some of this newfound knowledge to cure one Zune, because Zune was the unlucky one out of the 5 of you to be afflicted with the Crimson Rot, a much more potent version of the Red Death plague that has been propagated here in the Crimson Seedbed, with both Moog and Zune succumbing to it towards the end of your encounter here in the Seedbed. Moog just couldn't be held down. He was a man unto his own. He threw Velree aside. There was some crazy shit happening. You guys were finally able to subdue Moog, and were able to administer the antidote quickly enough that he wasn't in full-on rage mode. You guys have to figure out something else with that. Same to Zune. However, Zune was still afflicted with the Crimson Rot, which we found out means that you can no longer benefit from a long rest in any way. And things started getting very real, very quickly at that point. With no longer being able to heal himself, recover any spell slots, remove any points of exhaustion. It was going to get real bad real quick. However, with all the newfound knowledge Tristan Varel had just uncovered, between Zune and Trist just deciding to take a watch together, Trist looking through his bag and realizing, man, I've got a crazy-ass possible spell component here. But a combination of a use of a Heartstone, which is a very strange, weird artifact that is only used and known by night hags. With the use of that as a base, Trist performed a ritual, something inspired even, because he also rolled a natural 20 on his check to perform said ritual. It consumed the Heartstone. However, in so doing, Trist tapped into eldritch power, something from beyond reality, as a entities' abilities were siphoned into Trist and therefore poured into Zoom. Possibly the key in the gate himself, as a portal was opened up and you saw the tendrils in the eyes and the mouths. Both of you losing a little bit of sanity. And so doing. Trist, a little bit worse than Zoom. However, Zoom, once the ritual was completed, not only was the boils and buboes and scabs taken away, but Zoom was younger, more lively. At his peak, whatever his prime would be, the equivalent of an 18-year-old boy, or however old that is for Drow, I don't know. I don't know how old it is, but that's how old you are now. At least that's how old you look. And powers be damned. Regardless, though, after this, you guys did escape the seedbed itself. You were able to actually find a very small pinhole of light, and were able to cleave through some roots and escape from the actual seedbed proper. However, before you could flee out into the woods, you did have to make it past some of the gardeners, the death kisses that were in the employ of the former death tyrant, oblivious to him no longer being of this world, still tending their gardens. And as you were sneaking by, as per usual, Tristan and Varel may or may not have slipped, they went for a little tumble, and you had accidentally stumbled upon a very pivotal moment for one of these gardeners, as his flower had bloomed, and what was produced was much more vibrant than the moat that you guys had collected, and probably the moats that had been collected for a long time. And the rest of the party had decided to leave whatever that was alone and to flee out in the woods, having already collected your goals, as you had actually taken a sample of the kind of eldritch blood horrors that escaped from the cylinders from one of their coagulated bodies. You were able to collect a sample, and that should be all that you need to make a cure for the Red Death, a more permanent cure at least. After you flew, not exactly flew, after you moved out into the woods, you were shadowed by a small, chimp-like creature that turned out to be a familiar of one Shaman Ono, who opened a portal, bringing you to the Forgotten Grove. As you stumbled forward, she took the sample of from the seedbed and was able to make a single dose of cure, as there was not enough to make more than one. And that's when she had asked Moog specifically what his intentions were before he came here. Were his intentions to cure himself, or his intentions towards his people? We may or may not have bantered back and forth for a couple minutes on how selfish we might have become.
The last temptation of Moog.
The last temptation.
Moog the Merciful.
However, Moog the Merciful finally, Moog the Merciful finally shone through and decided that he was going to save his people instead of cure himself of his affliction, as it was revealed that the gate from Brunwood to the forest was burning. And who knows what might lie beyond in the city itself. That's for you to find out. As we're picking up.
All we know is that Billy Joel will not be taking credit for it.
No, definitely not. So, at this very moment, this kind of information is being revealed to you. The shaman looks towards Moog, since you're the one more in the spotlight right now. So, you wish to move to your city. I cannot get you out of the forest. I have expended much of my abilities. However, you will need to make a choice. I can get you to the edge, but it will expend most of my protections I may afford you. Or you can choose to move on foot towards the gate, and I can give you reinforcement.
What do you think, folks?
When you say reinforcements, are you speaking of anything in particular?
She kind of glances over, and you watch as one of the wooden guardians kind of like walks up next to her. There are two of them.
It's not bad. I'm scared it's going to be those walker guys. It's like Brides of Sin. Those guys. Well, what do you want to do, Mo?
Probably, I mean, I'm slow moving right now, but we can take those reinforcements. Probably gonna need them once we get to the gates.
It will take time for you to make it there.
If I don't remember how long it took us, I thought it took us. I mean, we got lost.
It did take us a good day.
It took us a day to get from the gate.
She will offer to guide you. It will cut the time in half. You're looking at like you're looking at like a 12-hour walk.
Well, what about and the other option was she can get us to the edge.
She can get you to the edge, but she won't be able to send anyone with you.
Gotcha.
If she does so.
Tapped out dimension door or we walk.
That's up to you. Choice is yours.
I feel like expediency is more important than a couple of extra hands when we are who we are, honestly.
I mean, there is that.
So, yeah, we'll take door number 2,
right.
and we'll use the door to get to the edge. Everyone cool with that?
In that case,
Fine me.
In that case, Shaman Ono nods her head. She moves back into her hut for a moment. She said, "I will be just a moment." She comes back out with a large horn. And it's carved from wood. Well, not necessarily. Parts of it are wooden, but then part of it is like a natural horn from like some beast that has been hollowed out and repurposed into an actual horn, like blowing horn. Anyways, regardless though, there are talismans and symbols along it, and you would recognize some of them as the symbol of Belus. And she takes it, and she closes her eyes, and she begins to incant some kind of almost like a prayer, a eulogy, or something of that sort. And as she does so, you watch as almost like vine-like tendrils begin to grow out of the horn and then move up her arm. Within a few moments, she reaches out and places her hand on one of the large trees. And a similar portal that took you here opens up. Opens wide. You have 6 seconds.
Jump it through.
Everybody lost you guys there for a second. Damn you, computer. Immediately, you guys jump through, you move through. And as you do so, you stumble out, and you are in the darkness once again. Rogar, I'm going to assume you still have your bundle of herbs lit that you had moving in here, and not enough time has passed for them to go out. And so you take your herbs out because you're still within the forest itself. However, as you take it out, you notice that the fog is not thick here. There is no of the mist that is not encroaching around you. And in fact, you see a subtle glow outwards. And within a few moments, you all realize that is more than likely the gate burning. And you're able to follow it. It only takes you maybe 10, 15 minutes to arrive at the very place that you stumbled into this forest through so very long ago. As you move there, you notice that the whole top section of the gate is smoldering. My dog is scared to death of the people blowing off fireworks right now, so she just ran into my room. I'm going to try to close my door real fast.
You know, instead of spending money on fireworks, you should spend money on sex workers because you can buy too.
Whoa! Dan, I'm about to cut that out, Dan. Come on, man.
What? Come on.
Jeez.
I didn't say it. The joke is hookers. I cleaned it up from hookers.
Okay.
Me and my wife sent me today.
Come on. Get it. So.
It saves the dogs. Come on.
So, you see the gate smoldering from up above. The glow you're seeing is not coming from the gate. It's coming from beyond the gate. Something is burning, and a lot of it is burning, whatever it is. The gate is closed. What would you guys like to do?
I guess the gate is closed, but it's not on fire.
The top of it is smoldering as if it was burning.
Oh, it's been put out yet.
Okay.
But it's is there seem to be a way we can open it? I mean, is it functional?
From this side, Moog? You wouldn't think so.
We might have to try and climb it.
Do we hear anything? Like, is there commotion or?
From this distance, no, you guys don't hear anything from this far away, and you're slightly in the forest itself as well. So no, you cannot hear what's going on out there. You do see a sort of a glow though.
Okay.
Velree walks up. I just climbed that. I just walk up.
Yeah.
With a rope and hand it down to you guys because I bypass all of the natural hazards that are usually imposed in these kind of games.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Let me have that rope, guys. And Velree just walks up the side of the gate because she can do that. And it is like a 50, 60 foot. I mean, it's tall. It's a tall enough wall. The gate itself is not, the actual doors are not that big, but it's a large structure. She gets up to the top and stares out. Has the rope kind of secured. She probably doesn't even tie anything. She probably just holds it, which is more than enough for anybody to climb with because he's so damn strong. As you guys begin to climb, the first one of you to top the structure would notice that the glow is in fact several large fires. It looks like part of the Castle Broadjaw is burning. The large tree looks like it is inflamed. The ancient tree that has been here for a while.
Not the tree, bro. Come on, not the tree.
Is burning.
It's my Jedi tree.
Brunwood itself, as you look out, Mo, you look out in horror as much of Brunwood looks like it is in cinders. Some of it's been put out. A lot of the homes look like they've been preserved. Some parts of the more business district and warehouse district look like they're okay, they're intact, but you can tell that fighting has taken place. Something has happened here.
Like all kinds of hell has broke out, dude.
Do we see anyone in the streets? Do we see any fighting going on? Do we see bodies?
You guys are very far away from the town. From where you are right here, it would be too hard to tell.
You make it over towards the castle, you think?
The castle is still like if you'll remember even walking, Moog, the castle's like a 20-30 minute walk from here. It's an open space and there's very sparse trees you can see kind of far out, but you would have to
make our way through town and things along the way.
So the way Brunwood is set up, the gate is up at the top of this kind of like hill, which is why you can see out so well.
Right.
Uncle Cox's hut is to the right. If you're standing here looking down, somewhere over there, immediately to your left would be the Temple of Olesia. Is over there somewhere. You can't see it from the actual gate. Down and to the left would be the castle, and then much further down towards the river, the Devatonic River, is where the actual city of Brunwood has sprouted up. So you have choices on what you guys want to do. Do you want to move immediately towards the town? Do you want to try to veer off towards the castle? Do you want to go check on someone else? I don't know what you guys are doing. You tell me what you're doing.
Well, I think to get kind of need to assess the situation. So we need to run into, my cousin, maybe, hopefully, they're still alive. So I would say we make our way through or towards the castle, as trying to gather as much along the way as we can. Not necessarily speeding our way there, but seeing what we can find as we go. If there's clues or anything along the way.
Speaking of what you can find as you go, as you guys begin to get down, you're going to have to use the rope to get down because the barracks that was attached to the gate is gone. It is just a pile of smoldering rubble. You see, as you get down to the bottom, Moog, you see all of the men that were guarding the barracks are dead here at the base of the gate.
Are they dead? Or they don't look infected?
They are dead, as if they were cut down, and some of them have been burned.
Even the guy who got the speech about being brave and
Moog, as you're looking them over, you see that there is a man pinned to the gate behind you by several large bolts. And it is, in fact, the second lieutenant, Krudak, that you had nominated keeper of the gate.
Yeah.
And he is very much dead. However, Moog, you do not, unless your cousin is one of the burned corpses, you do not see your cousin here.
Not much identifiable in a pile of burned bodies, but I don't reckon I see anything easily identifiable as like a crest or anything they would have been carrying. So
yeah, you don't see Bogar anywhere.
So I'll go to Mr. pinned to the wall.
You walk over to him. He's definitely dead.
I'll just make sure his eyes are closed. Do a little,
Yes.
I give him a salute for doing his job, man. He obviously took it seriously. He took it very seriously.
The bolt smoke look eerily familiar.
Uh-oh.
They look just like the ones you carry.
Yeah, because why would they be? Well,
They may have come from the same place.
Yeah, but they're as big as mine, like baby's arms.
Your baby's arms, indeed, enough to pierce through a person and pin them in place to a wall.
Well, a bugbear who might be 8 foot tall.
It's true, 8 foot tall with a 10-foot reach.
Yeah.
Footprints, signs of scuffle.
There is definitely signs of battle for sure.
Forensic tryst.
If you guys are trying to suss out if someone came and left and out of this is just a well-traveled path anyway, I'm going to need a survival check from someone.
Anyone better than +5?
+5? No.
Not bad.
22 from Moog the Merciful. Moog, as you're kind of looking around, you do see that it looks like there are...
Well, hold on, that was an ability check. Let me make it one more time. Still a 20.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, you are at disadvantage still.
I'm exhausted.
Yep.
But this is my hometown, so...
It's your hometown.
I know where the best Waffle House is.
You are looking around, and Moog, you can tell that from the state of the bodies and the immediate area that these men died fighting a few hours ago. Hasn't been too long. Long enough for whatever it was that destroyed this part of the gate to have happened and kind of died down. So you're not exactly sure as far as numbers of attackers. It's hard to determine, even with a 20.
The wounds on them appear to be sword slashes, though, and
they appear to be conventional weaponry.
Okay.
as far as you can tell. Somebody wants to give me a medicine check, they might be able to determine more.
Ooh, medicine check. I'll try that.
Sure.
Holy shit, 22.
Okay. Zune steps up. Zune's feeling great. Zune's feeling so good right now. Super lively. Looks up. You begin to look at him, Zune, and you're like, you look at one of the bodies that isn't charred to pieces. You look at it and you go, man, something about that just doesn't look right. You can tell there's sword slashes across one of the guardsmen, and the edges of the wound look cauterized, as if the blade was superheated.
Oh hell no! Yeah, I do not like. Moog, do you guys typically fight with weaponry that's on fire?
I wouldn't expect that we did.
I wouldn't expect that either from what I've seen with your family line. And this
Everything around here is, pretty natural.
this didn't look right.
Not a good idea to light the woods on fire, usually, as you can tell.
Yeah, it looks like somebody was cutting through them with a sword that was sealing it as it was cutting, as horrible as that sounds. I'm curious, was the guy, Chris' previous identity, the samurai, the John Wick.
You talking about the saint?
The saint, thank you. The saint.
Mm-hmm.
Did it put the sword on fire? I don't remember a sword burning.
He had fire abilities.
Yes, he did. He had flame-like abilities.
Yes.
Well, did he use them on us? I don't recall.
Yeah, he used it on you.
Yeah, he
used
did.
it on all of us.
It's been a minute. Does this look like any wounds I may have recently acquired?
You could see some similarities.
Oh shit. Gosh. Okay, guys, we don't split up. If this is that guy again, we're like back to back. All right?
With the 22, because that's what you rolled, you see similarities. It would be extremely difficult to narrow down a specific weapon unless you were like a medical doctor, and you could maybe do that. So that's as much as I can give you.
No, that's fine. I'm just going to assume I'm just very suspicious and concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess he came back with friends, maybe? I mean, you have a lot of people that hate you here, Mo. God only knows. I mean, no offense. I mean, I thought my family hated me. Oh my God, Mo, yours puts mine to shame. They at least don't want me dead. So, we could just, it's your call on what our next step is. We can just go to Marla and hop on a boat, or we can try to, I got the hookup, but, I'll follow your lead.
Need to know what's happening here.
Okay.
I do think going to Nyarla should be the next step.
It's kind of on the way to the castle, isn't it?
It is.
Kind of, yeah. You
down and left.
Is that the way you guys want to head? You want to head towards the temple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop there first, and then
I'm to go.
You guys begin to move away from the actual gate in the direction of the temple. As you begin to move that way, you hear commotion from the town, even from this distance away. As if something is, it sounds almost like loud horns, as if something is being conducted. Who knows what's happening down there? You'd have to get closer to find out. However, within a few minutes, you see the edge of the temple. It looks like there are char marks in a radius around the temple itself. Large patches of just like burnt, scorched earth. The temple looks unscathed.
People get smited. Going up, blocking it.
Okay.
Knock.
You walk past the char marks.
I erupt in flames.
Interesting enough, they look like no, I mean, yeah, that's all I can give you. They just look like splotches of like charred earth. As you begin to walk up, you knock on the temple, on the door itself.
Yes.
Yes. You knock, and you hear a meek voice inside. We will not open.
Does it sound like Nyarla?
A little bit.
Nyarla, honey, if you're okay, you just wait in there. We'll be back.
Oh, okay. There were loud noises and something's attacking.
Yeah, we gathered that. Just stay safe.
And Edgardo said the unholy abominations wouldn't be able to get to us.
Oh, that's great. How big are these unholy abominations?
I don't know. I was told to stay inside.
The outside?
I was told to stay inside.
No, but where are the other clerics? Are they all in there with you?
Oh, we're all in here.
Okay. That's nice. Any helpful tips on what they may not do well against?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you. We'll be back.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I couldn't be more of a help.
Okay.
We're gonna take the drink.
He's like, oh god. Are you going to walk down towards the castle?
Good deal with
not?
abominations.
Now you're walking down towards the castle.
Is a tree burning and are the leaves
Now,
burning and falling down?
I will say this. This isn't like full on like it's almost like the entire tree isn't just like on fire. It looks like parts of it are burning. It may be salvageable for someone that can extinguish it. I doubt any of you guys have the ability to do so. But for now, it doesn't look good. It has gotten up into some of the very large branches and leaves, and it looks like part of the castle that had been burning kind of caught the top of the tree on fire, and it's been kind of burning from the top down. So it's not a good look, but it's going to take a while for this thing to really be too heavily damaged to not come back. You hope, but you never know. But as you get closer, you do see that there are bodies at the gate of the castle. Probably 10, 12 bodies just laid out on the ground.
Burned? Or?
A few of them are burned. A few of them are slashed. There is 2 or 3 of them pinned to the wall, similarly to the gate that you had left previously. They all look like broad-jaw soldiers.
But no one that really had a name that stood out to us.
No one that you recognize, at least out here at the gate. The gate has been smashed inward.
Where's Buzz?
Are you guys going to try to explore the castle?
We heard commotion in the city square, right?
You heard commotion in the village, yes.
Yes.
Oh, probably.
As you, so the gate is smashed. I'm assuming you guys are at the gate. You look into the courtyard at least, because it's an open space. The tree is further recessed inwards in the main kind of area, and you can see the steps, the large steps leading up to the actual castle doors, the main entrance into Castle Broadjaw. One of the doors is missing, and the other one is tilted and burned at a strange angle, and it looks like the castle has been breached. There are numerous soldiers lying across the open area.
I mean,
I guess we're already here. I guess
Let's make a quick sweep through the castle.
Okay, so the Castle Broadjaw is very big.
I don't know, but we're gonna find something or we're not.
Okay, so you guys are going to take the time to sweep the castle.
Where did we hear the sounds?
You heard the sounds coming from the town.
How much further is that?
another 20 minutes or so walking downwards towards the actual
It doesn't
village.
seem like there's much going on here that we can tell from the outside.
It's from the outside, I guess.
Trist's passive perception is eerily high.
Yeah.
Trist, the only thing you hear coming from the castle are the popping of cinders, as the only living thing that you can detect, Trist, is the flames themselves.
Nice.
It is eerily quiet in the castle.
Let's head out to the town.
5 gold. 5 gold, it's not biz. But go down.
Okay.
All the named characters of the family haven't appeared yet.
You begin to collect yourselves and you begin to move down towards the village center. It's at this point you notice that you do come across a few bodies, Moog, that aren't Broadjaw soldiers as you're moving downwards. You see a couple pinned like peppered, like porcupines with bolts. They're kind of laying off to the sides as if they were used as like meat shields and pushed to the side. And you recognize at least one or two of them as long arm thugs.
So this was somewhat indiscriminate.
You don't know. You're not sure.
Keep
Got
pressing.
ourselves a turf war.
Are you guys... So I need to know, as you guys are moving towards the village, are you guys trying to keep a low profile, or are you just running in?
Of course, baby. We're always trying to
Keep
keep
a
a
low
low
profile. Are we low profile?
So
Hell yeah,
why,
we are.
why don't we get some stealth checks from the crew here?
We murder small children.
Velree has advantage.
Not all of us murder small children, though.
Yeah,
That's true, Mo. That's very true.
Velree gets a natural 20.
he was an evil thing.
Once again, Trest coming in with a low roll. Well, no, I take it back. You and Moog are tied. However, still, let's be honest, guys. You have a 26, an 11, a 25, a 21, and an 11. Your average is pretty high, even with that. So you guys feel confident as you begin to slowly move forward. You get off of the main path that is used from the castle to the village. You kind of scoot off to the side, similar to the place that you guys had made your stand against the coming horde of Red Death infected previously, kind of like outside field that you guys were in. And you begin to approach from a different angle to get towards the village, specifically towards where you heard the noises. And you can actually hear commotion. You can hear people whispering to each other, talking. And in fact, you see a few individuals walking along rooftops of some of the nearby houses. They look like bugbear soldiers in armor. However, not slung with crossbows. Most of them have large weapons of some kind. Large clubs, war hammers, picks, axes, giant swords. And Moog would recognize these as long arm soldiers that appear to
They
be
use more melee.
They're
Yeah,
more
but
they're more of a melee based kind
Clan.
of clan.
Okay.
Bastards.
And as they're kind of walking around, at one point, one of the patrols kind of looks down. Assuming that 5 of you kind of like get up against the side of a house, kind of look up, and they keep walking. You're able to sneak by the initial patrols. It's at this point that you begin to hear the actual din of like just people being crowded together. And you are going to have to move into the town itself. You're actually going to have to get through a few alleys to get to the town center. And it looks like the town center is wherever the hustle and bustle is happening. Is there a specific place you guys would like to end up? Like, are you guys going to try to get on a rooftop? Do you guys want to be in an alleyway? How do you guys want to approach this scenario?
They've got people on the rooftops, so that's probably not.
They got people up there. Let's take the alleys.
Okay. So you guys begin to kind of move through some of the back alleys. There's not many. This isn't like a sprawling metropolis, but it is a big enough town that like you can lose yourself in a back alley for a few moments, especially as familiar as Moog is. And you're able to slip through undetected towards the town center. As you approach the town center, the first thing you notice is, in fact, that most of the people of Brunwood have been gathered here, those that remain at least. And they are being kept cowed. They're all on their knees, kind of like in a sitting position, towards the center of the town square, along the edges.
That's Dawn. That's Matt Dunn shit right here.
Along the edges are not only broadjaw thugs, but other mercenary type looking individuals. Not very easily recognizable. You do, in fact, a few of you, most of you faced them at least once before. You see a few Straw Hat Ronin, in addition to a few other just probably lone soldiers or cast-offs, thugs, and whatnot, kind of watching over them. At the edge of the square, on the opposite side of you, you see what looks to be like a cage that has been hastily erected. There's no top to it. It's just like the side of a building, and they've erected this this wooden cage quickly, kind of out of bamboo shoots and pieces of wood and whatnot. It's been lashed together, and within Moog, you see maybe 40, 50 broadjaw soldiers. Some of them wearing some armor, some of them not. All of them look like they've seen battle and did not come out the other side very well. They are stripped of their weapons. There are no weapons. And the small kind of lashings, or not small, but a large metallic lock with chains is wrapped around the one kind of opening on this side. And there are two long-armed guards standing next to it. And that's at the opposite. You'd have to get through the crowd to get towards that. But your main focus is drawn to the previous stage of the Blue Blossom Festival, Moog, where you had your dance with your love. And you look back towards the stage, and it is no longer a stage. It is being used for a much different kind of event, one might say. At the base of the stage, on the ground, in front of the crowd, are two figures that looks like their arms and legs their arms are manacled to the stage itself. Like they're down below it, they're actually on the ground. And there are burlap sacks over their heads. And they are kind of they're pushing themselves towards the crowd. You see several of the people towards the front of the crowd are kind of backing away from them, scared as can be, but they're being told to stay put by a lot of these other guards and whatnot. Up on the stage itself, you see 9 figures, 2 kneeling with hands tied in front of them to stakes in the platform, almost like hands tied together to stakes, in the actual platform itself. They are heavily wounded, but you do recognize both of them. One of them is your cousin Biz. The other is your cousin Krodak.
That gold.
It looks like there is a third stake that is currently not being used for now. There is behind them a figure in heavy armor with a large great axe standing nearby. From his expression, he looks distant, as if I don't know, it's hard to explain. But you recognize this individual as Dren Greywood, the warlord's bodyguard and possible executioner of the future rulers of Brunwood. In front of him stands Graug Longarm in full armor and a large, meaty sword on his back. He's currently looks like he's kind of addressing the crowd. Beside him, head down in a blood and dirt-stained dress, stands Lady Tyr. Fresh patterns of dried tears running down her face in the soot.
Mm-hmm.
Behind them, the last three figures are unknown to any of you. They stand behind the prisoners. Two large, almost like warrior-like shapes. It's hard to tell because they are obscured completely by large cloaks and hoods, but they do have arms sticking out holding large glaives made of some kind of brass, with the blade both black and glowing with small flames licking around its edge. Impossible to see their face, but their arms holding the glaives are a pinkish color, and their fingers do appear to be clawed. The last individual on the stage is standing between the both of them. It is a visage of a beautiful woman, elven but voluptuous, in a tight and slit red dress and long flowing black hair that has gold and brass torques woven into it. Her hands are bound with lace, almost like bandages, and decorated with finery. On her hip are several tiny heads that have been bound together with their hair. And she looks like she is the one with an air of superiority about her person. Zoom would recognize that easily enough as she kind of glances out. A imp, a red fiery imp that Zune and Trist are so used to seeing, flutters down from the sky and lands on her shoulder and begins to whisper in her ear. You guys are a pretty good distance away, but you see her kind of look around and nod her head, and she looks towards Graug. Is the charade over yet? I'd like to move on to better things. And Graug looks back. Yes, my lady. We're still missing one, and I've been assured that Bogue's not coming back. He went to the forest, for God's sakes. He'll never be here again. Let's hope he makes it back, because I've got a bone to pick with him and the others. The White Scales will pay for what they have done. As this is all kind of being heard, whispered back and forth, Trist is probably the only one Trist is probably the only one with a passive perception high enough to really hear. The rest of you kind of hear, seeing whispers, maybe a whiff of language here and there. And Graug kind of it's fine. We'll just get started then. He looks out towards the crowd at this point. He begins a speech.
Sorry, real quick. The crowd isn't bound.
No, they're just kind of on their knees.
Yeah, guards are on the roof.
There's a few guards along the rooftop, not many. You see maybe one or two. Most of them, most of what you do see gathered. There doesn't appear to be a lot of them.
And Grau is the former bodyguard, correct?
Graug is your rival in love, my friend. Graug Longarm.
Right. No, but who's got the axe?
Dren Greywood. He was the warlord's bodyguard.
He looked.
And he's brother to.
He is brother to Lady Tyr.
Yeah, and he looked somewhat trepidatious.
He has a strange expression on his face. Yes,
he's got the thousand.
As almost as if Zune's got a pretty high insight and whatnot. Almost as if this man has gotten himself too deep in something, and he's coming to realize he has made mistakes. Because you would notice, and you guys have already kind of gone over this a few times. He was absent during the attack. Shockingly, the warlord was attacked without his bodyguard in place. All of the normal troops that are within the castle walls were missing the night that you guys were all attacked by the Saint. There weren't any bodies. They were just not there, as if maybe someone had drawn them somewhere else. And things are probably starting to lock into place that in some shape or form, Dren Greywood has been complicit in whatever is happening now.
He's not conspiratorial, but he sure didn't say shit.
Before speech starts, can we I guess while he's talking, can we, unless someone has a different idea, can we like try to kind of circle around to the stage?
Are you guys you want to get close to the stage?
Kind of, yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
kind of flankish.
Unless one of the casters or Rogue wants to stay a little bit behind.
Oh, I want to stay. I want to use my range because, not to give too much away, but I mean, we all know I'm about to pop off on this food. So.
We do know that.
Well, I can tell you this. If you guys are going to move from your current position, I was going to say you guys are actually pretty close to the stage.
Yeah.
Okay, we're pretty close.
Yeah, you're already relatively close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, that's fine.
All right. I will need perception tests from the lot of you, though.
And I would like to snatch the. Remember those little eyes and vials that allowed you to see through darkness?
Yes.
I would like to snatch that from
I
Velree.
failed my perception test.
Mo got a natural 1.
Yeah, you sure did.
I did not do very well either.
Okay. So Zune takes I think you only have 1 left.
We only have 1. I'm not using it yet, but I have it on my.
All right. Ironically, Trist and Velree are the ones that are really kind of on point here. So we'll see how this goes. However, for now, what you guys see is Graug begins to open his arms and address the crowd. Brothers and sisters of Brunwood, we have lived under the stolen rule of the Broadjaws for too long. They are both incompetent and a blight on the Bugbear people. Losing all of our brethren during the Vanishing, healing to the Shogun in his far-off towers. But worst of all, they are weak. We all have seen it, the drunken buffoons that most are, crazed, probably inbred, and clinging to their dying line. So much so, they use their power to steal away my fiancée as he grabs a hold of Lady Tyr and kind of clutches her close to him. In some desperate gamble to produce an heir more competent than that fool Moog. At this point, Dren kind of like grabs a hold of Graug's arm. This was not the deal, Lone Arm. You will shut your mouth if you know what is good for you. And he kind of like brushes his hand away. And Dren kind of like takes a step back, not sure what to do. As I was saying, I had no choice at seeing the state of our once proud people falling into despair.
I would like to break
What
off.
are you doing?
I'm gonna break off and go kind of be an asshole.
You've interrupted my speech.
I'm gonna interrupt his second speech. Would like sorry. Break away from them because they're over yonder. Just kind of yell from the crowd, "You suck!"
Right now,
The crowd's kneeling.
the crowd's kneeling under guard.
You would be the only one standing.
I would like
I bow to no man.
I would like to prepare Dimension Door before I do this, if that's allowed.
Before you yell anything, this is where the perception test will come into play. Zune, you stand up from your hiding position where you guys are all hiding, and you begin to like move towards there. It's at this
Right.
point that
Rogar's eyes go wide.
Rogar's like, oh, Tristan Velree. You kind of look towards Zune, and as you look past Zune, you see near the cages, near the cage where the Broadjaw clansmen are being held, you see 2 familiar faces, accompanied with a few other individuals. As you see Captain Marble and his lieutenant sneaking up on the 2 guards that are listening intently to the speech being held.
Okay, anyone want to clue me into that?
Zune doesn't see him, but Tristan and Velree see him.
Is that a no on anyone cluing me in? That's fine.
That's a no.
Tris says no. Tris says, go fuck yourself. Go ahead. Tris is like,
That's weird.
Would Velree do it though?
Velree probably wouldn't let you go. Velree's like,
okay,
wait. They're using the time that the speech is being given to cover some ground, and they have some of their pirate crew with them. As they go forward, I'll finish Graug's speech now. It was almost over. Thank you for that. I had no choice but to take the stewardship of Brunwood under Clan Longarm. This is at this point Biz tethered to the stage, kind of like bucks at her bindings. Lies. We are protectors and shepherds of the bugbear people, true stewards of Brunwood. You are nothing but a power-hungry child, as you have always been. And that's when Graug looks down. Lies, you say? Then should you tell them? Or I, about the state of our loyal protectors that you concealed in shame from your people? With emotion, two thugs walk over to the individual shackled at the base of the base of the stage and remove the burlap sacks. And you see none other than Buzz and the warlord, frothing at the mouth, afflicted with the Red Death. And as soon as they see live people, they go into a frenzy and start trying to rush towards the crowd. Everyone is shocked in awe at what is happening right now.
No.
As that happens, they are revealed. The crowd, Grog then motions over the Captain Dren. You can begin now, Captain. Take this one first. And the captain moves over towards Moog's cousin.
What are we gonna do, guys?
And he takes his axe in his hands
No.
and he raises it
More.
above.
And right before he does that, I'm gonna shoot Grout with my bow, and I'm gonna get ambush or surprise attack.
Hold on. I'm gonna need everybody to go and roll me initiative at this point. Now let me know.
I get a surprise round.
Before you roll initiative, give me a second to pull it up because I have to have the encounter up first. And is it ready? Is it ready? Go ahead and put it in. Oh, I need to roll for Velree. She has an advantage on initiative? Ridiculous.
Barbarian.
Barbarians are overpowered. Overpowered, I say. You heard me.
Every class is overpowered if it's played right.
I don't have Rogars for some reason.
Did they
rolled a 10.
were they dissing on the white scales? Is that what I heard? They were throwing you down, bro. Did you hear that?
I did.
What is that all about, man? Anthony over there talking shit about your plan.
Not sure.
God,
All right.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
The cloaked figures, the three cloaked figures, right? There's
think
three
there's some
cloaked
dragon
figures.
Now,
Glaives.
two of them are concealed completely. One of them was not. That was the elf that I described to you.
Yes, okay. The other two we can't see. We just see the glaives and claws.
Yeah.
They're looking like a mythological creature we heard about.
Mythological creature? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Gorgon.
crazy elf lady.
You don't know. You'll find out. However, I'll say Moog is going to be the catalyst for this.
Mm-hmm.
So Moog will get a surprise round. Everyone else does not. Since Moog is opening up fire from
And I
a
have
good
I
distance.
have literally a feature for it.
Okay. Moog, you're going to get to start us off. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls on Graug.
Oh yeah.
Now, I will remind you, he is in full. He's in full gear.
Yeah. So, and I have a -4 still.
Unfortunately, you still do. You have a D4 until you get it repaired.
Yeah.
He gets advantage on the roll, though, right?
You do get advantage. Yes, you get advantage on a roll.
Oh, cool. All right.
I mean,
so,
unless you want to use your rifle. Oh.
No, I'm gonna call sharpshooter.
Use it. Just use it.
Did I get advantage on a roll?
You do.
So there's that. Oh, that's rough. 18. I'm gonna have to plop in a D8 or D10. It is a D10, right?
You have to also minus a D4.
Right. That's why I'm adding in. So that's gonna be 1.
So that's a right now you're at a
+1. So that gives me a 20. Now I've got to roll a D4 to minus.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, 1. Damn it.
So that brings it to a 16.
Yeah.
First shot goes wide, Moog.
Okay. Yeah. As they might do. Second shot's gonna be the same. And that didn't matter either way. Let's drop the D10. Come on, high roll. I'm done with this fool. A 6, so that's a 23. -5.
Now you're at an 18 right now, man.
Well, I was doing the addition and then the subtraction. So
okay, yeah. So you're at an 18 right now. Go ahead and roll a D4 to see what the negative is on it.
Come on, 1.
A 17.
Yeah.
Is a miss. That's a miss, Moog.
I've got the action surge.
Moog. All right, action surge. Let's do it. Are you still calling sharpshooter?
Yeah, every time.
Let's do it.
Still get advantage.
You do.
Let's get something going here. Jesus.
All right.
All right. So that's a 20 with sharpshooter.
20 right now. Roll. Are you gonna roll the D4? Or you're gonna put some more stank on it?
Well, I probably should put a little more spin on this. I'm trying to hurt this dude. I'm just gonna roll the both of them at the same time. So -2.
So
+4. It's a 24. The D4 was a 2. The D10 was a 4.
Okay. So it would have been 24 -2, so 22. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
22 hits.
That's good. So let's go ahead and put the 2 6s on the spit shine here. So this is from ambush. So that's 6. And then here is the damage from the 1. That makes for 13 plus 10, 23.
Okay, 23 points of damage.
The last shot from my action surge with advantage. Come on, something sweet. Oof. Gonna have to put it all out there again. All on the line. Just to open everything up. Oh, you son of a bitch. So that's gonna be a 22 -5. It's not gonna hit, but I gotta do it anyway. Yeah, that's
no. Out of 4 shots, Moog expending most of his resources in the opening salvo here. Only 1 blow hits Moog as you are in a blind rage, seeing all of this unfold. As Moog just opens up like Rambo from the side of one of the edge here of the kind of like the alleyway that you guys are coming out of. And as 4 bolts fly past Groud, the 2 of them kind of cling off his armor. The third finds purchase deep in the chest. And he kind of stumbles back. He points towards him. There! Points towards the rest of you, revealing everyone at this point. And we are in it to win it now. Top of the round is Tristan Varel. You, my friend, are up. The crowd is, this is a large crowd. there's a
Yes.
lot of space to cover if you were going to move in the direction of the crowd. However, you have like a front row seats to the stage from where you guys are at. The stage is maybe 20 feet from you, the edge of it. There are stairs that lead up to this side to get up towards the top, or you can do whatever you want. There are several thugs that are probably converging on your current position right now, and everyone looks like they've been alerted that something is up.
20 feet to the stage, or at least to the stairs to the stage.
The stairs to the stage, and the stage is about, I believe we said it was somewhere around like 5-6 feet off the ground. Not super tall.
How many bogeys do we have? There's three wearing cloaks. There's the executioner.
Yes. Graug.
4.
You also have 2 Broadjaw clansmen, Moog's cousins, tethered in a very hazardous position up there, as well as Lady Tyr next to Graug. Thank God Moog didn't miss too bad and put a bolt through his beloved.
Yeah, I think
Doesn't
if I
sound
cast,
like something you'd do at all.
No.
I can't cast that one because nobody can get inside of it. So we will stick with the old tried and true, and we're just going to slow everyone down.
Okay. Do you have to be able to see everybody, like eye contact, or is it just?
It does not state.
Okay. So how many people can you get?
Maximum of 6 people in a 40-foot cube.
Okay. Okay, so you kind of bring out your timepiece. Who are you going to choose here? Because I do need to also mention this. There's also the afflicted individuals may or may not be, hazardous to anybody that gets close to them.
I would do obviously the 3 cloaked figures.
Okay.
Because they look like bad people.
All right.
Krudak? What's his name?
Are you talking about the executioner?
Graug.
Yeah, the guy that gave the speech.
Oh, that's Graug.
Graug.
Yes.
So that's 4.
Dren.
His arms open, or is it healed? Is he like up there with a little cast giving this awesome speech?
He appears to be fine.
I was thinking maybe Dren would take some, coaching along the way and maybe swing back into action.
Nobody tried, Moog. They just opened fire.
Well,
Oh,
if I were reconsidering my choices, and all of a sudden, a new opportunity.
Was about to kill his
presented
cousin,
That's true. That's true. That is true.
Well, I would hit those 4. I guess Dren, because I didn't even know Dren existed. And then one of these zombies.
Okay. All right. All right. Wisdom saves.
Yes. It's a 19.
Jesus. Wisdom save from Graug. That is going to be a 3. Graug fits. One of the afflicted. They can't pass this. There's no way. No. Fail. Let's see here. My main man. Wisdom saving throw. He doesn't have wisdom saves, but he's got a decent save as it is. That is going to be a 18. It's an 18.
Fails.
However,
Oh.
he's going to use Indomitable
Oh.
to roll again.
This is, who is this one?
This is the champion. This is the former champion of Dren Greywood.
Dren.
And he gets a 22 on his
Dren.
second roll, so he passes the second one. He resists
Using
it.
that feature, I don't think that's what it means.
It does.
Indomitable.
The elven woman. Let's see. She has advantage, and she passes with a 23. The 2 other individuals, they just make saves.
I think there are silvery barbs on her.
On her? Okay. So
So
that's
she's nervous.
You're going to cast silvery barbs?
Yes. As a reaction. Unless she's
All
going
right. She'll roll again. That is a 20. So she still passes.
Well, I'd like to throw that advantage point onto who's next? Probably Rogar.
Rogar rolled a 10. He's pretty slow right now.
Next
So, I don't know.
is you.
I think Zoom's
You're
the
next.
next one.
Yeah.
However, as I was saying, the last two guards, the hooded guards,
Yes.
one fails and one succeeds with the natural 20. That was almost the only way they could succeed. All right.
Hooded guard.
Okay. So, Trist, your presence is very much known as you kind of unleash a salvo of magic.
Yes.
Is that going to be it, Trist?
That will be it.
All right. It is now Zoom. It is your turn. Stage
Well-
has been set. Oh, I didn't ask you, Trist. Did you want to? You didn't want to move anywhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm within I'm assuming 30 feet total of the stage, so
Probably yes.
that's fine.
Okay. What would you like to do, Zoom?
Well, okay, so Drin seems reluctant to be carrying out the task that he's carrying out.
He just was almost afflicted with magic as he kind of like, and then looks back towards all of you that have been pointed out towards him.
Yeah, crazy, weird, freaky elf lady is here with her 2 followers.
Mm-hmm.
How close to the edge of the stage are our hapless cousins?
You talking about the prisoners?
Yes.
They're on the stage, like they're going to be executed in front of everybody. Like they're the 5 feet up.
How close are they to the edge of it? Like, would I have to like?
They're pretty close to the edge, but you would have to get up there. They're probably within like 4 or 5 feet of the edge.
I would like to. Are there guards standing in front of the stage?
There are 2 thugs at the base of the stage that remove the sacks from the afflicted individuals. Down that way, yes. Now there is, if you're trying to get onto the stage, there's a staircase not even 20 feet from you that would get you up to the stage.
How many people would I be passing to get to them?
You wouldn't be passing anybody.
Okay. Well, then I would like to cast. How close are they to everyone? Is everyone kind of sandwiched together really closely?
Who is they?
Everyone that they're trying to shoot at, that our friends are trying. My party is trying to kill.
So Graug and Dren are like right next to the shackled prisoners, to
Okay.
Monk's family, as well as Lady Tyr standing right by Graug as well.
Just gonna have to take the risk. Okay. Well, then I would like to go ahead and use the the little warlock eye thing. Crunch it. and
Okay.
cast
On.
on myself
Okay.
and run up to where the little to where the prisoners are. My end goal is trying to free them. That is
Yeah.
my. But
Yeah,
I know.
you crunch. You kind of like take the eye in, and your eyes become infernal, like almost as if devilish, one might say, as
Right.
you cast darkness on yourself, and then run up the staircase. All of you are completely blinded for but a moment. And then Zoom begins to run upwards. And as you begin to pass Zoom, you see the darkness kind of like, almost like smoke kind of billowing off of you, travels with you. As you move up towards the stage, you get up onto the stage and you've a cup. It's 20 feet centered on you, right?
It's about 15 feet to all sides of me. It's 30-foot radius.
The 30-foot radius. So yeah, so 15 feet around you. You could probably get just about everybody is like encompassed in this darkness.
My goal isn't to get it's just to pretty much, I'm trying to just shroud people from firing and killing me while I'm trying to get the people free. That's pretty much it.
For you to get up there, I'm going to say you're going to obscure pretty much everyone on stage. Are you okay with that?
Damn.
Do you want to head toward the back half and just get the elf and her bodyguards?
That's fine, though I'm sure they can see in the darkness.
You run up and you kind of get near them. Is that what you want to do? Do you want to do something else?
Shit. I hate this. I hate
Rogar can see in darkness, so.
Not magical darkness.
Well, I have blind sense.
Yeah, that's true. If you get close enough, you can.
Not the freaky people. Okay, I've decided I'm not going near the freaky people. She has an imp on her. As far as I know, she can see in the darkness, and I'm not about that kind of life. We've encountered this sort of crap too many times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just encompass the ones that I think are probably not able to see in the darkness, and I'm going to try to get.
Okay, you run. I'll say that you run up to where the prisoners are. You manage to get all your way up there, and they are blinded completely. They're all kind of like, mostly that's not Biz. That's mostly the other guy. He's like, oh God, please don't kill me! Don't kill me! Moat's cousin not doing so well. Krodak's not faring well right now. He may or may not have shit himself soon as you walk up there.
That's totally fine.
Second be it.
Bardic Inspiration on Rogar.
Okay, on Rogar. That is then going to lead me to Graug. It's his turn. Graug unsheathes his large sword. He's come in, he's obscured in the darkness right now. Kind of, you watch as you kind of look towards him, Zune. He's mostly blind. He pushes Lady Tyr, and she falls off the stage. Ah! And then as he does that, he leaps downwards because he knows kind of where he's at. And he lands outside of the darkness on the ground in front of the stage. And he looks around. This was their doing. And he slices the chains of Moog's brethren, unleashing them with a mighty blow.
One of them is slowed.
One of them is slowed. As he does that, he looks out. Slay them all! Retreat back to the manor! As he begins to move as best he can, he kind of gets to the other side of the stage.
He's
slowed too, right?
He is slowed, yeah. So that's all he could do. All right, that's going to bring me now to the infected, because they rolled really high on their initiative, everyone. And one of them is slow, but it runs towards the crowd. And in its slow state, I will say that this one is the warlord, and he's not fast enough to close the distance. He's right at the edge. People are freaking all these villagers, small women, children, everyone, kids, everybody's panicking and like beginning to scramble away. It's like some of the guards beginning to move around as well. But he can't get close enough. However, the second one, Buzz, easily closes the distance this time. And he is going to make, he gets to make one attack, thank God. He's going to try to rip in to one of the villagers. I rolled an 8, which misses a villager because they have an AC of 10.
He's too excited.
Barely. He, with a big swipe, a claw, whoever it was, probably like an older gentleman, is like, and he kind of falls backwards onto his ass, and people are picking up and trying to escape, run from around them. It is now initiative count 20, and several things are going to happen. First off, you guys witness as, well, no, you don't witness. You guys don't even see it happening, but you hear the telltale sound of a pistol shot, an explosive boom of black powder, and somebody cry out, as well as someone else go down, and the makeshift barricade of the Clan Broadjaw soldiers is split wide open, as Captain Marble and his pirate crew have come to help. And in addition to initiative count 20, the villagers are going to move at this point. They're trying to flee. Both Buzz and the warlord will get opportunity attacks to try to snatch somebody. The warlord, does he have any negatives for attacks while he's slowed?
He only gets one attack.
He only gets one. He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't get anything, so he doesn't get an opportunity attack, right?
was reading Wall of Force.
I think he only gets like to choose like an action. I don't think he gets a reaction at this point.
Yeah, I can't use reactions.
So yeah, so he can't do it. However, Buzz does get an opportunity to try to bite down. With a 10, he actually bites down onto someone for what would be 14 points reduced to 7, which is enough to outright down a villager. He latches on to one of the helpless villagers, a frail-looking woman trying to help her grandpa up. I've got you, Dad. I've got you. Yeah, I've got you, Grandpa. Picks him up and bites down on her shoulder. And she goes down, blood squirting all over Buzz, all over his face as he drinks it in. And as she goes down, you watch her begin to twitch, and veins begin to bulge out of her face as she is becoming afflicted as well. As chaos is ensuing. It is now someone else's turn that you guys didn't know was here. As we have at the alley at this point, the only one who's moved away is Zoom. Where are Rogar and Velree probably at? Are you guys towards the back of the party or the front of the party? Who's further back in the alley? Let me just ask that.
I don't know. I guess Rogar.
Okay. It's not Trist? Do you want Trist in further back?
I mean, usually I was near the front.
Okay.
Yeah, usually
I'm the eyes of the party.
But
all right, so Rogar, you're towards the back.
Yeah.
All right, Rogar. You, at the last second, you don't hear it, Rogar, because he does get advantage on this attack. However, something sets you on edge as you spin around, blade appears, and you catch the blade of the saint on your own.
I knew it was here.
You catch it, and you're like, you push it away, and he draws back, and he's going to try to slice you because he gets 2 attacks. That is going to be a 15. It misses. He's rolling low. He slices again, and you're able to deflect the second attack. And as a bonus action, he takes a defensive stance in front of you. He's not speaking. His hat is back in place, obscuring his face. His eyes still smoldering beneath the gaps in the straw. And his blade does appear to have some kind of fiery tinge to it. And that is going to be it for the Saint. It is now Dren's turn. Dren is blinded. And he doesn't know what's going on. What would he do? Fuck. Let me roll for him. He starts calling out for his sister. Tyr! Tyr, where are you? Are you okay? He doesn't get any response. He doesn't move. That's all he can do. He is holding an attack for if something gets close to him, he's going to rip into it. All right, that is going to bring me to the... Well, they're not part of this. Let me exit them out because they were already taken care of. All right, the 2 thugs. Nope, they're going to have to go the other direction, so they're not going to be part of this either. So actually, next up is going to be Moog the Merciful. Shit's getting real, Moog. You watch as your family is attacking the very people they were sworn to protect, afflicted with this foul spreading disease, darkness accompanying the stage. You can't see through it, unfortunately, but you did see your hated rival Graug leap from the stage, and he's beginning to converge on where he threw Lady Tyr down. Looks like he's moving to pick her up, and he's trying to flee. You do also hear the sounds of blade on blade from behind you in the alley. As it looks like Rogar is engaged with the Saint. What are you going to do, Moog?
Jesus. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna engage Growl.
So you're
How
just
far
going
away
to.
from that? How far away from him am I?
He's going to be somewhere around 40 feet away. Now, between you and them, you could try to stop the infected somehow. I don't know how you would like to do that. Or whatever you want to do, Moog. Whatever you want to do.
Remember, I threw an advantage on you from Silvery Barbs.
Yes, you do have advantage on whatever you do next.
Nice. How close were the infected? And Grandpa only got one, right? Or Buzz got
Grandpa
one.
didn't get to get anybody.
Yeah, got one person.
Buzz has snagged one person at least.
Who's infecting out.
Yes. So where there were just two, now there are three, possibly.
Zune has the antidote.
Yes. You all have one.
Right.
However, you only have one more permanent cure.
Yeah.
I mean, you would know that Buzz and the Warlord are past the point of a regular antidote. They would need your cure that you guys have. Yes.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, basically. I'm gonna take one shot at Growl.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. You do have advantage right now.
And I'll use I'm not gonna use sharpshooter because I can't take a chance on.
He is slow. Does he get a -2 to his AC?
Oh, I'm glad.
-2? Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Well, I'm glad that was with advantage.
Yeah, thank God. It would have been a natural 1.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. -4 though, so 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. Here comes some damage.
Damage.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I have anything else I could do.
You got nothing else. Be honest, Mo.
I do too.
You burned through so much already.
I have one superiority dice left, and I can do something with it. Anyway, that's 14 to hit, or 14 damage.
So 24 points of damage.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't call sharpshooter.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh shit! 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Moog, as it smashes into Grau, into his back. He's not moving quite so fast. Pierces straight through the plate. He holds his sword, just like clutching it, and he looks back towards you. It won't matter. No matter what you do, I've gotten the best.
Yeah.
You gonna attack him again, Mo?
Between him and Grandpa.
It's up to you. What do you want to do? You got one more shot, Moog.
You know what? I'm going to move 20 feet towards Gal, and as I do, I am going to take the shot at the warlord to put him down.
Give me another shot. Give me a shot towards him.
Do I still have advantage?
No, you don't. This should just be a straight roll.
Regular roll. That's not going to. Well, an 18 minus.
Is it sharpshooter?
No.
It's not?
That's not, because I still got to take my minus.
Roll your d4.
I'm going to take my d4 off. Damn, 14 to hit Grandpa?
14 hits. They're not wearing armor.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So he's just got base AC.
So yeah, 11 points of damage.
Points of damage to Grandpa.
Grandpa takes a bolt in the side and then looks towards you almost as if like drawn to the injury. He looks healthy though. Blood still spurting out of the impaled wound, and it looks like he's going to begin trying to move in your direction now, Mo.
Good. Let's draw him off the innocence.
Mm-hmm. Is that going to be it, Mo?
That's my turn because I've only got 20 feet of movement.
All right. At the end of the next up in initiative is Rogar, the son of Amun. Before, I mean, I forgot. The Saint is going to use his legendary action at this point. to try to slice you in half real fast, Rogar. Let me roll that real fast. You know, I can't forget about all of his legendary actions.
Cool stuff. Yeah, I knew he had legendary actions.
It's a 22 to hit, Rogar.
Yeah, that definitely is.
It's gonna hit.
Silvery barbs?
Silvery barbs.
Yeah.
Have you used it again yet? No.
Because we're on round 2, right?
We're in round 1 still.
This is round 1. Yeah.
Still round 1. I thought.
We're still.
You have to
Still
go twice.
round 1.
We're still in round 1, baby.
Moog had a surprise round, so
It hasn't got back to your turn yet. So unfortunately, yeah. All right. Well, no, it has, because you go after Trist. So yeah, you do have your reaction, so you can silvery barbs. So let me roll it again. Mark it off again, though. Instead, that is going to be a 17, Rogar.
That misses.
Hey! All right.
As there's a slash, and then Zune belts out a tone from the stage. I might mind. What is the range on silvery barbs?
Oh shoot! I think it's like 60. Hang on, let me double check.
If it's 60 feet, you're fine.
Well, let me confirm. 60. Yep.
Yeah, easily enough. Zune's like, no, or something like that, and Rogar suddenly watches the Saint pivots, and you're able to deflect his blow at the last second. But you're free to take your turn now. You have disadvantage on attacks against him.
I was going to ask, does he use legendary action?
It's technically not his turn, so he's still in a defensive posture.
Still get disadvantage. Sucks. I'm going to rage.
Okay.
Obviously.
Rogar rage.
I will inspiring presence.
Okay.
Velree.
All right. I'll say you could probably get Moog.
Well, I'm debating. Can I inspire presence myself?
No.
Then damn it, I'll do it the most.
No, I will not.
I didn't know the rules. I didn't know the rules.
I inspire myself, damn it.
Inspire myself all the time.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Fuck, I'm awesome.
God damn, I'm awesome. Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Rogar will attack.
Okay.
Regular attack with the deep cleaver. I'll roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Go make your attacks.
Ooh, that's not good. 14.
14 misses.
14.
So he dodges to the side. Heavy slash.
1d10 if you want to use it.
Yeah, you do have a D10.
I'll roll it. Okay. D10. 19?
19 will hit. 19
Okay.
hits.
19 hits. All right. That will be... Oh, not too bad. 19. 22.
22 points of slashing damage.
Yes.
As you bring it through, and it looks like even in his dodge state, you were able to parry back in such a way that he's not able to get aside.
Okay. One more time at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Not too shabby. 25.
I mean, that's definitely going to hit. At disadvantage, that's insane.
I rolled well.
6.
That's 20 or 19. Sorry, 19.
19 points of damage. Another hefty blow rings out as he kind of like stumbles back for a moment. He's still standing.
Rogar is going to, with his free action, he's going to say, why? And that's going to be his turn.
Okay. So you scream out, "Die, why?" It is now going to be the individual up on the stage's turn. The 3 individuals. The first one, the elven woman, steps forward. Zune, You watch as her eyes glow with yellow flame, devilish, in fact. And as she steps forward, you see like a small, like 5 foot tall frame suddenly begin to stretch.
Whoa, God.
And then within moments, there's an 8 foot tall, haggard looking, purple skinned woman with horns standing in front of you. Clutching, grabs a hold of the shrunken heads that's attached to it. And you recognize a night hag when you see one. As there's another one standing in front of you. As it looks towards you. How dare you? And she's going to... She takes a few steps forward. And she's going to try to grab a hold of you soon.
Oh, I'm going to try to not be grabbed a hold of.
I know you are. However, let me make sure. I think this might be a save. I gotta look up this spell. Because it is in fact a spell that's being cast. That Trist can't see, so he can't counterspell it. I love that. Oh, please. There it is. It is, in fact, a wisdom saving throw zone.
Oh, shit.
Is it because of the darkness?
Yeah, you can't see because of magical darkness. You can't see, unfortunately.
Fuck. It's 15.
That is a fail, unfortunately. Barely.
Well, I mean, I didn't know that before because you can't re-roll luckies if you know the result, right? So it's fine. It is what it is, man.
All right, she reaches out and grabs a hold of the back of your throat.
Yikes.
And as she does so, since you failed, suddenly you feel a shock, and she removes her hand from your neck, and you feel something's been burned into the back of your neck. As you're like, oh fuck, and you don't feel like yourself right now, Zoom.
Feeling pissed off is what I'm feeling. So.
We'll see what you're feeling momentarily. That's gonna be good. Okay. That's all that she can do. That is, in fact, she didn't even get to tell you her name. Damn it, man. Just in case it ever comes up, her name is...
Still got a free action to say her name, you know?
No.
Still...
That is true. Name. That is true. You're true. Like, you do a brief monologue towards Zoom as he grabs a hold of the back of his neck. Let me see here. Where are you?
Witness your doom.
Said, Madam Eula will steal your soul for the coven after all the havoc you've wrought. And that's going to be the end of her turn. She's standing next to
herself in third person.
Does that kill my...
Does that what?
I imagine that screws with my concentration.
It does not. You don't take any damage.
You don't take any damage. For now.
Your soul?
It's your soul, maybe. It is now Velree's turn, since we're still not through the first round. Velree is...
A lot going on.
Velree is conflicted because there are creatures ripping into the villagers. She can't see in the darkness, so that's pretty much out of the question. Mm-hmm. However, the Saint is behind as well, attacking Rogar right now. I don't know what you did. What do you think she would do?
What I want her to do is I want her to go on that. I want her to go save the villagers. Probably.
I can't speak for her.
I don't know.
She was pretty upset when Dayu escaped her last time.
She was, but I also say that the only thing I'll say about Kayla, she doesn't necessarily care about the well-being of others besides the party. She would care about Biz if Biz was in danger.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You decide. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
I'll say, well, first off, she'll bonus action rage because that's what she's going to do. Yeah. And she's going to try to attack the Saint. She's going to lunge behind. She doesn't want him to get away. And she's going to make 4 attacks in his direction. She has disadvantage, which means it's just a straight roll. First one is going to be a 26, which hits. Second one is a...
It's +2, by the way.
18. Oh, +2. So a 20, that definitely hits. A 20 does hit. Third one is another 20 hits. This is looking like 4 hits here. And a natural 1 that she will use. Ooh. Of course, she'll use her lucky to re-roll that one because why wouldn't you? Mark that down. It's instead a 23. So all 4 hit. That is going to be... This is going to be plus 40 to this right now.
That's true.
So 52 points of damage as Velree starts ripping in to the Saint, even in his guarded state. He has... He looks pretty
significant damage.
He looks pretty fucked up, is what he looks like. He doesn't look good. He's still standing, but not by much. As Velree just like lunges over the top of you, Rogar starts like ripping into him, and he's unable to get away from the savage creature that has found its way onto him. He is, however, going to use a legendary action at this point to try to take her out. At this point, he's going to make an attack against her. Let's see here. That is going to be he gets advantage, so that definitely hits. And she is going to need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Starting strike.
Which she passes with a 24. However, she is going to take... All right, let me do the math on this. All right, she's going to take plus this. Plus 4. She's going to take 30 points of damage. Combination of slashing and necrotic. Let me go ahead and put that in there. Why wasn't she healed already? Oh, because she wasn't here to heal herself. That's why. Let me heal her and then minus 30. All right. So she takes 30 points of slashing damage and a wound opens up across her chest. However, she is not stunned in the process. And that is going to be it for Velree's turn. It is now the 2 individuals that were guarding our lovable hag that are going to step forward. They remove their cloaks, Zoom. As they remove their cloaks, you notice that they are wearing loincloths. They have torques, almost like arm guards, all made of brass, as well as shin guards made of brass. They're bare-chested. Their skin is like a pinkish purple color. And they definitely are devilish in nature, as their face right around this area is just a mess of writhing snakes.
Okay, not where I thought you were going to go with that.
As they have glaives in their hands, and they are going to move forward towards the one individual on the stage that is close to their master, and they're going to make attacks against you soon.
Luckily, one of them is slowed.
I thought
one of them is slowed.
You need to make your checks too.
Can they see through magical darkness?
They have devil sight.
Yeah, warlocks.
Because they are devils. In fact,
they're bigger devils.
You need to make checks for the other people that are also slowed.
Okay. Wisdom checks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's at the end of their turn, right? Also,
Yeah, Grog already went, so
I'll make them coming up. First one. So one of them is only going to get one attack against you, Zune, because he's slowed.
that means the other one gets multiple.
Still gets a 20 to hit. So it's going to hit, and this is with the glaive. You're going to take only 9 points of slashing damage, but I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Soon, I didn't lose my sanity to bring you healthy, just for you to die
Fail.
the next day.
Zune fails.
I'm gonna keep this one.
17.
Gone poorly.
17 passes.
Zoom charged the stage.
As Zune's like, Zune, you feel a wound begin to open up on your back, and through sheer willpower, you're able to you're able to resist whatever it was. However, the second one is then going to come towards you. It, however, unlike its brethren, as it gets close to you, its beard lunges as it gets close and is going to try to attack you.
Oh no.
The beard is going to get a 19 to hit.
The beard gets a 19. Okay.
Yep. You're going to take 9 points of piercing damage, and you must make a Constitution saving throw.
I find myself in the weirdest fucking predicaments every battle. Okay. So 9 points and another con save. Please do well. Natural 20.
Natural
Yeah.
20. You're able to resist. You feel a virulent poison begin to pulse through your veins, but you had something far worse than you not but a few hours ago, and you're able to resist. Oh shit. And then as he realizes it hasn't struck true, he twirls his glaive and is going to slash you across the back for a 8 to hit, which misses.
God.
The glaive swings. You kind of roll to the side as it swings free, and that is going to be it for their turns. That's it for round one. Everyone.
Oh, jeez.
And I think at this point we're ready for our first break.
Yeah.